Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I am Jen, and we are going to do a whip and chat. And I am working on Scorpio from Diamond Art Club. I'm almost finished with this row. So, I am going, we're going to whip it, we're just going to, talk about what's been going on this week. And while I finish this row and start the next one. Uh, those of you that are new, welcome. Thank you for stopping in and watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you, want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. So we're going to get started. I'm just going to, go over what's been going on in the house this week. And you guys can pull out whatever you're working on, craft-wise. And let's get started. Okay, so, let's see. I don't even know where to begin. Oh my gosh. First off, I'm being invaded with fruit flies, or otherwise known as gnats. At least that's what I've always called them, was gnats. Yeah, and I've got a hair on my, somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but anyway. Been invaded with fruit flies, and it has driven me completely, totally bonkers. And I had to, go to drastic measures and put some white vinegar with in a container, and put saran wrap over top of it, poke holes in it, and hopefully that'll get rid of it. They're driving me crazy. I mean, seriously. Every time I turn around, I feel like I'm going bonkers. I was sitting and cross-stitching the other day while I was on a Zoom with a couple of my cross-stitch friends. And all of a sudden, my arms are going all which way, and they're all laughing at me. And I said, I've got freaking fruit flies, and they're driving me insane. And so they all were laughing because they're like, oh my gosh. And yeah, it was that bad. I was like, I can't, this is getting old. And so is that all of that? That's all of that color. Okay, that works. So, yeah, that was our, I feel like, really, and it's just not one or two. I've found some while I've been walking up and down the hallway. They come flying out in front of me, and yeah, it's been an interesting. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've never really, it's never really bothered me before. And usually, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to leave it alone because, that they come out, whenever, every once in a while. And yeah. So, but no, for some reason, this year, they've driven me completely, totally, crazy. And it's been to a point now, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. And, my kids think I'm crazy, and but no, they've laughed at me a couple of times because, excuse me, I'm sitting here and I look kind of funny when my arms are going all over the place, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And so yeah, I'm just be glad when they go away, because my God, they're driving me just totally crazy. But yeah, we've been invaded with fruit flies, and it's not fun. I'm just like, and like I said, it's never bothered me before. And I don't know if it's, my age, me getting old, my age showing or whatever, but yeah, it seems like everything's being annoying me lately. And um it's very, very annoying, is all I can say. So, I, but I'm dealing. I mean, it's not, they're not, it's really nothing I can do about it because they come, they somehow or another get in the apartment, and I have no windows open, so the only way they're coming in is through when we open up the door and go wherever. And so it's just the what happens, I guess. So I don't know, but we've had a pretty good week. We've had a couple, boo boos here. Little dude hurt himself and had to go get some burn cream. He burnt his fingers. Well, I guess he burned his fingers. He says, he didn't, but or whatever. I don't know. He's weird. Um, he burned. He says he didn't burn his fingers. It didn't bother him, but he brushed his fingers when he was unloading the dishwasher against the heating element that is at the bottom of our dishwasher. And he didn't say anything at first. He waited a little while before he came out to me, and he says, "Mom, my fingers sting." And I said, "Why do your fingers sting?" And he says, "I don't know." So I looked and I said, well, they're kind of red. At the very, tip. And I said, "When did you do this?" And he says, "Well, I was unloading the dishwasher, and one of the forks, or one of the silver pieces of silverware, ended up down at the bottom of the dishwasher." And he went to go grab it, and he said that's how he did it. So I went and got him some burn cream, and of course, in all of that, it's pouring its butt off outside. And he and I went, and well, we both got soaking sopping wet because that was not fun. I went to go get the burn cream, and of course it was raining, but it wasn't like raining its butt off. It was, enough that we had an umbrella. And of course we get to where the parking lot of the why am I having a problem here? Get to the parking lot of the store, and wouldn't you know, it starts pouring its butt off. And I was like, "You're really, really kidding me right now, right?" And he was like, "I'm gonna get wet." Now I had an umbrella because, like I said, it was raining, but it wasn't pouring. And I, had an umbrella, and we that way, if it did rain, we could I could, put it up. So anyway, he's steadily walking, and all of a sudden it starts pouring, and he's like, "I'm gonna get wet." Dude, no you're not. "I'm gonna melt." No you're not. So he decides to just run and go get under the awning of the store. And I looked at him and I said, "Why?" "Because." Okay. Again, "Why?" "Mom, I'm not going to get wet. This is ridiculous." Well, little did he know, okay, the whole time he's complaining that it's pouring its butt off, he's, you know, there's a river, literally, because it was pouring its butt off, and basically almost a torrential downpour. He, where's the next color? Where's number 9? There it is. He didn't realize that it was that, you know, raining that, you know, that much. So he starts running, and he gets down the hill to the store, to the parking lot, and there's, I mean, literally basically a stream. That's what it looked like, a stream of like a little mini stream. And I'm going to move this up because I am done with this row. And I was just like, son, really? What? Never mind. So he got wet. He got soaked. We both did. And I had the umbrella on. You know, I had the umbrella. And, of course, you know, go figure. It just, you know, that was just, yeah, not the most fun thing in the world to have to deal with. So he's like, he's looking at me, and he's like, we're gonna get wet. Okay, whatever. And so he comes home after we get everything, and he's like, my shoes are soaking wet. Okay. Sure enough, his shoes were soaking wet. You could hear the water inside his shoes, and he was sloshing. And I was just like, okay. And of course, I was soaking wet. We did get the cream, which was the good thing, but it was just the point. And he was like, this is not fun. Why did we do this? Oh, I'm sorry. And this morning, same thing. It's raining. And he wanted, I needed to go get a ginger ale for Miranda, because Miranda is not feeling good this morning. She's been back and forth to the bathroom. So if I pause, that's why. So she asked me for a ginger ale. And I told her, I said, sure. So I went and got her one. And he walked with me, and he's like, it's raining. Yes. Now, he's not scared of rain. But I think he's like me. He doesn't like going out in it. And believe me, I don't either. And, but, you know, when, you know, your kids are sick, or, you know, something like today, you gotta go. So he's like, are we gonna get soaking wet like we did last time? I said, I hope not. So, and mind you, it wasn't raining. It is now. I can hear it. But it wasn't raining that bad when we walked off. So hopefully he's, where's my thingy? Oh, there it is. Hopefully we're all good, because I told him, I said, dude, you know, this is ridiculous. And he's like, well, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to melt, because he still swears up and down he's going to melt. And I told him, I said, no, you're not. So he's he went with me, and so finally on the way home, he's like, I don't need the umbrella. Here. I was like, why don't you need the umbrella? Because it's not raining hard. And it really wasn't. But it was just enough to be annoying. So, yeah, but we got the burn cream. And so his fingers are better, but he was just complaining because, yeah, and I really thought I thought he grabbed a hold of it. I thought he just like grabbed it, but no, he said he didn't do that. So that was the good thing about the whole thing, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And so he's okay. He's just not happy. So now I need to apologize to everybody first before we get too much farther into the video. I did not record a video on Monday or Tuesday, and I do apologize. Number one, Monday, um, I two things happened. I had my appointment with my therapist that I see for my anxiety and my depression. And, well, I went to go and do that. Well, sometimes they weigh me beforehand. I don't know why. I guess it's just, they do this sometimes. So, she was like, we're going to weigh you today. I was like, okay. I gained 10 pounds because the last time I checked my weight, I only weighed 100 pounds, soaking, sopping wet, and everything. And so she weighed me and she says, yeah, you weigh 110 pounds. I was like, are you serious? So because of that, they had to up my depression medication by, I think it was like 5 milligrams or something. I can't remember. And I was like, okay. And she says, now you might feel some of the side effects that you did when you first started taking this. She said, don't be alarmed. So, and whatever. And I was like, okay, fine. And I, I knew I had to take my state licensing test on Monday that afternoon. I knew, I was going to need, because it was time to take my pill anyway. And so I took it. So, and I was going to record the video after I took it and came home. After, I came home and after I took everything. And I started getting loopy. I started feeling funny. And I was like, all right, this isn't going to work. Because I don't think y'all wanted to see me all high and loopy and looking like I was just going to, like, die. Because I literally felt that way. Because some of the side effects, I had the upset stomach. Good grief. Diarrhea. Unfortunately, I know that's TMI. But I did. I was like, oh, no. No, 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 no. We're not doing this. And I had sat down here and was getting ready to record, and there was just no way. I was like, oh, no. And I was getting dizzy. So I said, oh, screw this. No, no. So I just relaxed until after I took my test. And the funny part about the test was when I was getting ready to take it, the person, the proctor, whatever you want to call him, was looking at me and he's like, do you feel okay? I said, not really, but I'm okay. And he says, well, I just wondered because you look high. And I said, yeah, it's my medication. I just, they upped my dosage and it's making me kind of loopy. And he's like, well, do you want to reschedule? And I said, no, I really don't. I said, I'm not trying to do all that. I said, because every time I put it off, it just, no. So he's like, okay, just as long as you're okay. I just want to make sure. And I said, yeah, I'm fine. So I took it and, passed the second part. There's two parts to it. And I passed the second part. Oh. And I needed to retake the first part. And, which the first part is a little bit more in depth of the state, licensing, or it's a little more in depth in the insurance, like health and life insurance. So I really need to take, and so I have to re-study all that and start over and go from there. So yeah, that I did pass that part. It was kind of one of those things where I was like, do I really, 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 yeah. And well, I got kind of confused because after I passed the state portion, I got, I get an email telling me, what my score was. And when it told me that I passed the second part, I get the email telling me, okay, after you pass it, it basically said you need to go to the whatever website it is to apply for your license. I was like, but wait a minute. I didn't pass the second part of this, so why is it telling me to do that? So I had called my boss, and her husband and her are my bosses. So we were talking on the phone. I told her, I said, I didn't pass the first part, but I did pass the second part. And she's like, oh, cool. And I said, yeah, but I'm confused. And, I told her, I said, you're probably going to think I'm being ditzy. And I said, but I don't want to screw myself over. And she's like, okay, what's wrong? So I told her, I forwarded her a copy of the email. And she's like, why are they sending you that now? I was like, I don't know. I said, I didn't pass both parts. I only passed one. So she, you know, basically what happened was she ended up making a phone call, and she called me back and she says, do not do anything. I was like, okay. Because I wasn't going to anyway. Just because, I'm not, it says in the email that you have to pass both parts. But, here I am getting the email anyway telling me, oh, yes, now you need to apply for such and such and such and such. And she says, no, don't do anything because it's just telling you that it's just giving you the information for when you do pass the first part. And I was like, okay, that works. I just didn't want to have to, be stressing out thinking, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this because, oh yeah, I messed up somewhere and they're not going to let me. Yeah. So I just have to retake the first part, which is a good thing. But so then yesterday I had every intentions of sitting down and recording. I was feeling a little bit better because like I said, this medication is just not funny. And I started feeling a little bit better, and I got, started moving around, and all of a sudden a dizzy spell hit me, and I was like, what in the world? And I really seriously didn't think there was anything wrong with me. And so I knew, and of course I sat there and thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. She told me this was going to happen. So I knew right then and there, I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. And so I really didn't do a whole lot of anything yesterday. I just tried to relax. And then I started feeling better last night, and I thought, okay, maybe I can go ahead and record this now. Now, by the time I thought about that, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Did I really want to do that? And I thought, no, I'm not going to sit here and record a video at 9:30, 10 o'clock because it'd be my luck. It wouldn't, get uploaded until 1 o'clock in the freaking morning. So I said, forget it. I'll just do it tomorrow, and I'll just explain what's going on so that way everybody knows why I didn't record videos. And not only that, I'm trying to organize everything too because when I'm doing my Plan With Me videos, I am so unorganized. I don't have enough space. I'm trying to make space, and I usually use my drafting table, but the last couple of videos I've been using my desk. So I just have to kind of figure out where I'm going to put everything. I have a rollaway cart that I got from Michael's, and I'm going to, I have it all organized, but I need to organize better than what I am. Because, yeah, I'm not the very most organized person in the whole entire flipping world, believe me. And so I'm trying to get all that, trying to get some kind of idea where I want to put everything, and how I want to organize it all, because especially when I do my plan with me is I need my cart sitting here. So yeah, but I found I found a container, an empty container that I did not know I had, that I can use for my square drills storage. So I'm going to work on that this week or weekend. And I was going to do a video, but every time I do one of those, it doesn't always work out the way I want it to. So, but so yeah, I'm really trying to get organized. I mean, we got to rearrange everything anyway, because little dude needs a space for school, and yeah, so he needs a place where he can work, and so I'm gonna put him out here and just move everything around my office area and everything around here, so that he has room, because there's not a whole lot of room. And he's kind of happy that he doesn't have to deal with being in Zoom classes all day long like he was last year, because I'm going to be honest, they were the worst things. The worst, I mean, I get it, and it wasn't that he didn't learn or anything. He did, but it was just, it was a hassle, because there was no communication whatsoever with the teachers and the parents, is what it's boiled down to. And I had to kind of be a bitchy mom to a couple of the teachers, to get them to actually answer me back. And I mean, I had to deal with that all year, with them sending messages to me, or about his progress or whatever. And if I asked them to call me, it would go a couple of weeks before, oh yeah, or a couple of days or whatever. And I just got to a point, I got really, really ticked off, and I said, all right, you know what, I've had enough. She's not telling me anything, and little dude's having issues here, trying to figure something out, and he doesn't know what he didn't do, what he did do, and so forth, and they're not helpful. So finally, after I kind of snapped in a message, sent a really snappy message, somebody finally answered me back. And I explained, I said, look, you tell everybody, you need to tell all the parents, especially when whatever, to don't you message back on the school app or whatever. And I said that and you tell them, oh yeah, we're going to reply back, or we will get back to you. And I said, and no, nobody's done it. I said, I don't know if it's just me or what. And one of the teachers, I mean, she's really, really I guess the only way to put it is she's condescending, is how I want to put it. She talks down to people, and she did that to me. She's talked to me like I was like a 3-year-old, and I told her, I said, no, you're not doing that. She, I asked her to explain something to me about why, whatever. And she's like, he should know how to do this. He doesn't need you to fight, to find things out. And I just told her, I said, look, I said, he came to me because he couldn't find it. And I said, and I have been trying to get one of you to message me back. And I said, nobody wants to talk to me. I said, and she just, it went on, and finally I told her, I got fed up with it. And I said, look, I said, just because you're his teacher doesn't mean you're any better than me. I said, you need to remember that I worked there with you before. I said, you know me. You know I don't, when it comes to my children, I mean, she knows. And I said, when it comes to my kids, I don't play. And I said, so you need to stop. And she, was like, well, he's getting ready to go in middle school. He doesn't need his mother holding his hand. I said, I'm not holding his hand. I said, he came to me because he couldn't find it. And I said, and yet I'm not getting any reply back from you because I can't even find it. And if he and I can't find it, then something's wrong. And well, she wouldn't, it just got to be a dumb thing after a while. And I finally, told her, I said, well, I'm getting ready to call the principal. I said, because, you just, I don't know. And I mean, that's how, irritated she had me. And, but this year, I think it's going to be better because all he has to do is, sit there and follow the directions of the classwork and do it and turn it in. So I told him, I said, you're not going to goof off. And I said, you have to do this. And he's like, okay. So, but like I said, he seems happy this year than he did last year, which I'm glad that he feels that way. He doesn't have to deal with that kind of crap. And he doesn't even like to be on camera. So when, your kid doesn't like to be on camera, yeah, it's obvious. I mean, he didn't even like having his camera on when he was in a Zoom classroom, and he looked at me, he says, I don't like this. I'm like, oh God, here we go. And I said, but you gotta be paying attention. I know, Mom. And yeah. So he's, and of course, he's in here tiptoeing now because he's trying not to be loud. He doesn't want Mommy to know or want to interrupt Mommy while I'm recording. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to get something to drink or something to eat. I'm trying to get him into a routine now before school starts. That way we don't have to worry about it. Yeah. And I think I'm going to use a different pen for ABs. I've never had a problem with ABs. I don't know why I am now. Just have no clue. I'm trying to top it off. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, sorry. I'm kind of waiting for him to walk out of the room because he likes to tiptoe in. He's doing whatever in there. But, so yeah, this school year will probably be a whole lot better. We have to rearrange the living room, and once I get him set up and get my workspace kind of the way I want it, then we'll be set. And I told him, I said, you can't be loud, especially when Mommy's working. And he's like, okay. I said, because it's easier for me, I think, for him anyway. And it might be easier now this year with, just if he needs help, I'm here. So hopefully we'll see. Because Let's see. Now, like I said, Miranda's not feeling well this morning. I don't know what the problem is. She woke up, or no, she didn't wake up. This child, her insomnia is driving her crazy. She came out this morning. I was in my team huddle and she came out and she started whispering, because now when I'm on a team huddle on Zoom, we're always on mute. And so she's whispering. I said, honey, I'm on mute. You can talk. And she's like, I didn't sleep well last night. It's like, oh boy. And then come to find out, she didn't sleep at all. She says my insomnia was acting up. I was like, oh, great. This is just what we need this morning. So she's been back there. I thought she was asleep. But just before I started recording, she came out and she's, or little dude came out and he's like, Mom, Sissy doesn't feel good. I was like, oh, crap. So she's back there running back and forth to the bathroom. So, yeah, she's not feeling the greatest. I mean, she doesn't act like she's sick, but I can tell by just looking at her that she doesn't feel well. I asked her, I said, what's wrong? I don't know. She's like, I'm just running back and forth to the bathroom and I have diarrhea. Sorry if that's TMI. And I was like, oh boy, okay. And I thought it was just, I don't know. I asked her what she ate and she says, I haven't had anything. I was like, okay. So I don't know what her issue is this morning. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on her, and she's been drinking the ginger ale, so I don't know. I was going to go get her some crackers, but she said no, and of course it started raining, so yeah. We're not going anywhere right now, but so that, and of course her boyfriend got stung by a hornet, to top it all off on that. So he was here. He left work yesterday and came over here early. He left work early yesterday and he came over here. So I don't know what he's doing today. I haven't heard from him, because he asked me if I had any Benadryl, because he got stung on Monday. And he asked me if I had any Benadryl, which I do, because I have it for little dude when his hives act up. And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, well, I will be here after, I will be here or be there, and I'll take some and then, I'll lay down. I was like, okay. And, so, when he came over after work, I said, do you need it? No. I don't know. He's not allergic. He told me that much. His arm is just stiff, I guess because of it swelling. And yesterday, he came over here after work. He left early. And he took Benadryl and he went to sleep for like 3 hours. And, Miranda comes out and she's like, what am I supposed to do? And I said, just let him be. And I'll come and ask him when he gets up later if he feels better. So he came out here and I looked at him and I said, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's just stiff. And I said, has the swelling gone down? And I looked at it and compared it to when he came out, I compared it from before. And it looks better than it did. So that's the good thing. So But he's just, he was supposed to have somebody cover for him, but that didn't happen. So he's just trying to do what he can, and he's like, this is annoying because nobody wants to come and cover, and nobody thinks it's that important. Okay, well, if it's not that important, what are you supposed to do if you were allergic? I mean, seriously. I mean, whatever, because it's a very complicated work thing, and I don't even begin to understand. And I've stopped trying, because when he comes out and tells me stuff, because he knows I live here, and he knows that I know what he goes through with stuff out here. And I've just gotten to a point now, I just look at him like, I don't understand half of what happens, and why it happens, and why things happen like that, and it gets annoying. So I am not going to do a long whip and chat today, because of the simple fact my kid, she just ran back to the bathroom. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm okay. I did not intentionally skip the videos Monday and Tuesday. It was something that I really couldn't control. And then, of course, that test is kind of important. And, but I'm here, and videos will be getting back on track. I hope. No, they will. It's just, the last couple weeks have been kind of, trying to get everything, trying to study and remember all the information that I need to remember, and doing everything a little bit every day and so forth. So, but yeah, videos will be back on track starting today. No, I am not doing a floss tube video this week, because it's easier to do it, I think, every 2 weeks. And because I just feel weird just not telling everybody. I feel weird repeating myself every week when it's just one project. So hopefully, we'll get something going there. But anyway, I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you for watching. And please make sure, you hit the like button. And I will see everybody next time. And till then, have a great day.